So in the previous video, we talked about how to build a business case that you're going to present to your CFO for a cloud contact center solution, cloud-based contact center solution. And we talked about how to do it, justifying it on cost grounds alone, so at least cost break even. What we're now going to do is look at the other part of the equation, which is the revenue side. Are you able to position with your CFO some revenue upside to help justify the solution? And this has actually got to be far more intuitive. It's very hard to commit in blood that you're going to make additional revenue. So I think you've got to get an element of imagination going on. But here's how I would do it. And I will be maybe sharing some of the material that you hopefully have already looked at in terms of the benefits to customer experience. Because if your customers are getting through quickly, if they don't have to wait in queue, if they can hold their position virtually, hang up and you call them back, if when they get through they don't get faced with a very complicated set of menus and menu after menu, but maybe that's bypassed altogether, they just get to the same person they spoke to before if they've rung up. They get to somebody who's got the right skills to deal with their problem without them hitting the menu. Maybe they get to someone who simply has their details in front of them. Then they get a much better experience. And customers getting a much better experience end up staying and recommending the solution to others. On the other hand, of course, customers that don't do the reverse. So you need to start looking at your customer churn figures. You need to look at what customers spend, how you can upsell to happy customers and build that into your solution or your proposal. I remember working with a great colleague, and we were presenting to again, favourite customer of mine in the Netherlands. And they're in the suit business, and the presentation and demo went along the lines of, okay, we're going to do the demo, so before we do that, could you explain your experience? My colleague said, well, she really did. I bought a shirt, and the shirt was the wrong size, and I rang up to change it. It was a pleasant experience, but it took them a long time to find my details. She genuinely bought the shirt. Once they'd found my details, they were able to do something about it. Then we did a demo, and the demo went something like this. And it was, phone call comes in, I answer the phone, I said, hi, my name's Paul from the company. I can see you bought a shirt from us last week. Is that why you're calling? And of course she said, well, it is. I bought the wrong size. And I said, okay, no problem. Can you print a returns label? I can send you one on an email right now. Hit the button, done. And then I said, and would you like me to, of course, order you a different shirt in the right size? And we did that. Now you've got a very happy customer. And in fact, this was a process we were going through where the prospect at the end of that said, that's it, that's what I want. Put your mind into, though, and that's what this person did, your mind of the consumer and your staff, because now you're in a position to say you've got a happy customer, to say, and while you're there, what is the shirt for? Anything special? And maybe the answer would be, well, actually it's a wedding, and then you can say, fabulous. So to go with that crisp linen look that you've decided on, we've got a great looking pair of cufflinks, and you're into a nice upsell opportunity, perhaps. Maybe they don't want that, but they're going to be remembering that process, recommending your solution to other people. So if you understand your levels of churn, if you know what your customer acquisition costs are, that's where you take your total costs of marketing and sales and all the events and advertising and everything you do and divide it by the number of users you acquire. And you look at that and you say the cost is horrendous of the churn that we have, and we should be able to, with better solutions that are delivering a much better customer experience on the phone, reduce that level of churn and turn detractors into promoters and increase our revenue to help fund the solution. Thanks for watching.